Hello, and welcome to my very first ever video slash podcast or whatever. Today we'll just be talking about random gaming stuff that comes to my mind, unedited and uncensored. So if you have kids in the room, they should leave, because this is not a kids show or a family program. So I've been leveling this druid lately, and currently have a broken foot, so it's all I've been doing. And he's level 68, and with quite a bit of heirloom armor, it's actually not that bad. Um, when I get in here, I will show you my playtime, and it's gonna be pretty high because I ain't got nothing going on. So, so you know, been playing WoW since it came out in '05, '06, if you count beta, and I've never really found a server that I could sit here and honestly recommend to somebody. Never been um, into a server, if you will. And this is my first role-playing server, and it's called Wormwood Accord or something like that. And it's pretty freaking awesome. I love it to death. Some of the nicest people I've ever played with. Some random player is just giving out free netherweave bags, 4 per person, and it was awesome. And I was only like level 40 at the time, and I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, can I get some free bags?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll even come to you." So free bags for me. I ain't complaining. What do we got here? Oh no, hiding the Blingtron on me. That's not cool. We gotta work for this one. Hardest daily quest I've ever had. There we go. Let's see what we get. Nice. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I need to clean out my bags. I had one of these yesterday. And then I'm pretty sure the same person takes out a Blingtron too, so that's pretty neat. Um, but and I'm not really that big of an RPer, but I've noticed that a lot of these players will just kind of work with you in RPing, and that's really cool. Some of the nicest people I've met in the game. Like one time I played dead in an inn in Overmar, and they tried to resurrect me back to life. I roleplayed a depressed alcoholic Tauren druid because the world is just dying and I don't know what to do. Yeah, I know. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So, yep. Some cool stuff going on in the World of Warcraft. Legion's looking really cool. Those new artifact weapons are going to be quite amazing, I think. Kind of bringing back the old talent trees, if you remember those, with the different tiers, and it seemed like you had choice, but you really didn't, because there's really only one best way of doing it. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to make it to where it's like these talent trees now, where yes, there's a few spells that are pretty much your go-tos that you have to have, like the Chosen of the Elune for us boomkins. Um, but you have stuff like this where you can pretty much pick whatever you want, and this wherever you want, you know, and be able to still be effective, or like right here, whatever you want, you know. So it'll be interesting to see how they execute that. And my buddy Jerkle was talking to me about it, and he actually does a lot more research than I do. So He always gives me my fill, and he's telling me that they're getting rid of runes for Death Knights, which personally I liked. I liked the rune system, and I was a big fan of the rune system. I just thought it was fun and different. But it's always nice when they try to simplify things for people because I mean, let's be honest, unpopular opinion here, but the casual player is what keeps the game alive because you know what? Hardcore players at the end of the day are fickle as hell. They fucking suck. You do one thing that pisses them off and they just leave. How dumb is that? Like support a game, like it's not gonna be perfect all the time. There's gonna be bad moments, good moments, yada yada yada. Like people didn't like Mists of Pandaria, but Pandaria was a lot better than this expansion we're on now. 2 content updates in Draenor and they're done, and they're like, oh, by the way, we're making a new expansion. What the hell is that? What kind of sense does that make? Not only did they raise the price, but they didn't do anything beyond that. They just let it out in the wild, and we're like, yeah, this is good. We're good. No big deal. Fuck it. And here we are. The game is hemorrhaging players because there's nothing to do. Everything's out. People have already done everything that they can, and that sucks. It's lame. 2 content updates. What the hell is that? They had Thundering Isle, which was amazing in Mop, dude. It was great, and it was so fun, and it kind of revitalized the world PvP a little bit, and that was awesome. You'd go in, you'd start doing your thing, you'd gank some alliance, you'd gank some horde, you'd try to get your quest done. And then like the thing they added with treasures, that was cool too. You get some cool loot, some raid ready loot, and that was fun. It was a good time, and it was a good way to get geared and explore the world, and it was good. Not having flying in Draenor was also a good idea because I mean we kind of hit this point in the game where it would be hop on my flying mount or go into fly form and drop in, pick it up, and leave. And the amount of work that the developers put into the game, you know, it, they don't deserve to not have that work shown because we're lazy and like to fly around and just do it as quickly as possible. Now, granted, I'm guilty of this also. I mean, it is kind of their fault for putting it in the game because they should have had the foresight to know that that was what was going to happen instead of taking it basically away from us and then having shit like this in the game. Like, look at this. Oh my god, there's a sale. Oh my god, there's a sale. Look at it. $15. $12.50. Oh my god. This wasn't here yesterday. Holy shit. Cool, But it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna sell mounts. But you can't use them in the new expansion. Fuck you. So we'll start putting mounts that don't even fly, even though it's dumb, even though this is kind of cool, the Gritting Reaver. I don't even know if that flies, so I don't buy mounts. The coolest thing they do, though, is the Bright Paw, which I already have. I've bought a few in my time, I ain't gonna lie about it. But, like this was last year, and I don't know why I bought this one, but I'm sure there was a reason behind it. And I like Ragnaros, so I just bought it because I'm terrible. Um, so I mean, it's cool that they're adding this stuff into the game, and honestly, it's not that intrusive, which is great. WoW tokens are nice. WoW tokens is why I can play the game right now. I mean, they're a little high right now. They used to, when they first came out, they were like 15, 20k gold, no big deal. Now they're like 40k, like what the hell? But it's probably because of Thanksgiving and Christmas break for the kiddies. So we shall see. if those prices go down. I'll admit sometimes if I don't feel like grinding some gold and I have a few extra dollars, I'll drop the $20 and help somebody out to get the WoW token. You know, I mean, it's better than going to a third party site like a bunch of people used to do and buy gold. Like that shit is janky as hell. You don't want to do that. It's not worth it. I've done it. I'm terrible. I mean, I'm awful. I shouldn't do it, but I did. Whoops. Don't do it anymore though. I mean, grinding gold is just a pain in the ass because it seems like you start saving gold and then something comes up and you gotta spend the gold on that. Blah 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 blah. There's so many gold sinks. It can be difficult to really get that started and going in a good direction for yourself. Um, One interesting thing, I used to never play Horde, and recently it decided to jump sides, jump ship from Alliance to Horde, and I gotta say, man, I love the Horde. I love the lore. I love everything about it. Um, they're they're way cooler. The cities, I'll admit I don't like the cities as much as I like the Alliance cities. Like Iron Forge is probably my favorite city in the whole game. I love Iron Forge to death. Everything about Iron Forge is so good. It's pretty well organized. It's cool. You have the foundry in the middle. Um, you know, you feel 10 degrees hotter just by walking around Iron Forge. Stormwind's pretty nice too. It's super organized. It's easy to navigate. I just feel like now this could be my inexperience with the race, but I just feel like Oberbarn stuff like that just isn't as organized or put together as well. Now that could be because of the racial differences and things like that. They were focusing on that, but I just much prefer Alliance cities. One interesting thing I discovered while doing Ungoro Crater quest is the ability to get the Venom Hind Raptor, which being an Alliance player, I never was really into the Raptors, and I gotta say it's a pretty cool quest. 20 rugged leather, 20 rune cloth, and then you got to get the 20 teeth for 20 dailies. But you watch that thing grow up with you. It's great. It's awesome. Even though you're higher level by the time uh, you know you're getting through the 20 days, and if you play all the time, you're over leveled for the area. But I mean, it doesn't take very long, and you get to watch the little thing grow, and then you get to ride it. There's this one point in the quest though where you have to get poisoned by venom hide raptors, and it took me like 2 hours just to get poisoned by them because either I would kill them too fast or they just wouldn't poison me, and it was annoying as hell. I hated that so much. Got a long flight ahead of me here. You know, I know you can fly everywhere with a simple 230 gold, but if you fly over there, they should dismount you instantly. Alright, guys, let's say hello to my little friend. What you got for me today, pal? Nothing? Maybe I gotta talk to you first. I've done this 3 times now. Well, okay. Where's that at? Syphilis? No, it's Tanaris, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Yep. Okay. Whatever you say, man. Yeah, I thought there was supposed to be a variety of quests, but as of right now, I've done all the same quests. So off to Tanaris we go to get some feathers for my raptor. Woohoo! Quite interesting. I think my favorite races are gonna have to be Tauren, Orc, and Trolls. Trolls and Orcs, I don't know if I could do second and third on those because I like them all. But Tauren is definitely my favorite horde. For Alliance though, I'm a huge gnome fan. I love gnomes and I love night elves. Um, Worgen are pretty cool, just like their lore and everything. I really like Worgen. Um, Probably gonna use my Legion boost on a level 60 priest at some point. Because I love healing. I've resto healed for most of vanilla and BC, and then I was just like, you know what, you can do something else. So I started DPSing, and that didn't really work out very well. I just, healing was where it was, and then I decided towards the end of MOP that no, I'm gonna get good at DPSing. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna do it, and not care what anybody says, and get the rotations down. And with some really good assistance, I made it there, and I did what I had to do. I forgot about this zone over here. Oh, wow. Indiana Jones reference, the whole thing. Love it. I also got into the Overwatch beta for the weekend a couple weeks back, and let me tell you something. That game is gonna ruin a lot of lives, mine included. It's so fun, and the class system is so good, and it's not free to play, so there won't be no bullshit either. So I'm really excited for that. I also play a lot of Hearthstone. Um, Pumped in a lot of money and time into that game, and it's a lot of fun, but it's really hard to invest the time that you have to invest in order to hit the legend rank that everyone wants. I can get up there pretty quickly. It doesn't take me very long to hit like 10. Definitely not long to hit 15. But once I hit that, I'm just kind of like, oh, because at that point, then you start playing people that actually know what the hell they're doing, and then you can't go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streaks and get a lot of bonus stars and things like that, and it just becomes a drag. And while it's fun for most of the time, it's just so much time put into that game to where it's just unheard of, and I can't stand it. All right, everybody. So it's Monday, and it is time for Bad Music Monday, December 7th, 2015. And I want everybody to look up a band called Mudvayne, and that is the Bad Music Monday for this week. Mudvayne, check them out. See how bad they are. They're like, as my buddy describes them, they're like the worst of ICP and Slipknot if they had a baby. It's awful. It's terrible. You probably won't be able to hear for at least a week after hearing about 2 songs, if you're lucky. 30 seconds for most. Honestly, it's that bad. It's dreadful. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. I can't even begin to describe how bad it is. In movie talk, 10 days until Star Wars Force Awakens. I cannot wait. I already have my IMAX tickets. We have an IMAX in my little small city, and we also have 16 movie screens. It's pretty great. Love it. And I went to go get my tickets with a couple friends, like the day after the Monday night game because I like football, so I sit there and I'll watch the Monday night game and I'll go to bed. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just get them tomorrow, whatever. Man, there were so few seats left in that theater, and it was ridiculous because they have a 7 o'clock, I think a 10 o'clock showing, and it was packed, man. I had to get two end seats, which isn't bad because like if you gotta get up, you get right out, no big deal. You don't have to crawl through a bunch of people, or sit by strangers, which is always terrible. If you don't have to, if you're lucky enough to get the end seat, because those strangers are either look at you with with the judgment of 1,000 gods or smell bad. I'm usually the one that smells bad, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know I'm not in boomkin form. I don't really care. 'Cause look how majestic I am. It's pretty great. So I'm in a guild. It's called Hot Dogs on Ice on RP server. It's pretty great. Great guild. Right now we're just a leveling guild. Hopefully, once more people hit cap, we'll be able to start raiding and doing some serious PvP. We're kind of down for whatever. Our drop off rate's about two a day, but usually all you got to do is go like this. You open Super Guild Invite, turn on Super Scan. Yeah, I'm one of those. I don't really care. And then you just replace the fuckers that can't handle the hot dog. It's that simple. There you are. Let's just complete this quest and get on with our lives. Let's hit you with a Star Surge. I don't care. Everything will kill you anyway. Alright, we need one. Oh, nope. I thought we needed one more. Good. We maxed that out. Alright, let's turn this in. Get my teeth. Get your teethers. Teeth. Maybe he'll get bigger. I was also reading, though, that ever since Cataclysm, he doesn't get any bigger. Which would be kind of lame. But we'll see. Usually around 6 or 7, he tends to get bigger. I now have, I think it should be 4, unless I totally forgot to do it yesterday. Let's see. Where are they at? God, I hate the bag system so much. Are they in my normal bag? It must be. Oh, I have 3. Oh well. 17 more to go, and we can get you a mount. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, that was a short one. It was a good time. Next week I'll bring you Rocket League. I'll be playing that when I talk about something. It probably won't be about the whole game, but you know what? I don't care. First day, first time ever doing this. Gotta get the growing pains out, so develop something and it'll get better. And hope you guys have a great day. Great week. Probably see you some point this week, honestly. I ain't got nothing going on. So, yeah. Bye-bye.